Hi. Happy, happy day. Happy Wednesday. Are you feeling wise today? Hmm. Are you a wise woman, a wise man, a wise acre, a wise crack? Wisdom is, I've been actually meditating on the frequency or the word and the vibration on the thoughts around that. And what I know is that knowledge, information, does not in itself make anyone wise. It is the assimilation of that into personal uh, experience with it. Uh, Humility, those are some qualities of wisdom. Integration of knowledge and information in a deep experiential way where it becomes clear uh, where the choices are best made in one's life or for the seeming outer lives. So, with that, I also wanted to say word today, word for this moment, ready, set, go. Um, let's see, what does that mean? Uh, you you figured that out for you. I'm not going to tell you what that means for me. But it was pretty inspiring and humorous when I first received it. So, um, also today I was remembering or being reminded of some of the journeys that I don't know that I've spoken of before, and that is where I'm in conversation and communion with elementals. Um, Sometimes in their etheric frequency, sometimes in where their physical bodies have, manifested for conversation. Um, it's not something I do on a very regular basis, consciously connect there, except to, because oftentimes I'll put out prayer energies for assistance in aligning certain weather patterns or certain physical events that are happening on the planet. And but I don't. But the conversational part is what I have um, during my journeys when I'm in the channeling mode. So, what a gift! I'm so grateful that yes, I get to be this energetic body that is a vessel, a vehicle for the wisdom that the many masters and angelic realms share through me. And I get that for myself just based on the frequency or listening back to it, of course. But I also, then, the great, great blessing is that while all that's happening, most of the time, I'm in an altered state of consciousness, having a journey and an experience that is meaningful for my soul integration of life lessons and expansions. So I'm so grateful for anyone who opens that door for me. So happy to serve, and I'm happy to receive the gift that comes with that. So thank you all for giving me that by tuning in today and any time that we get to share. So let's see. Well, I think that's kind of it for me for the moment. So here we go. Enjoy. Well, beloved friends, masters, how are you feeling with your many bodies of light this now? Breath. Hmm. I am your friend, Master Tsen Tsing of the Council Holy. I am your brother. What there could be if you would only say to yourself any moment, I am peace. With the quietest breath, the quietest mind where you can begin by the speaking of those words, feeling that is true for you. So this day I wanted to present an idea. Perhaps, how will you know? How will you know when you are ready to receive peace? While you're in a state of anxiety, are you feeling ready to receive peace? But you may be ready, more ready than you are knowing. When you are in a state of emotional or mental confusion about something, perhaps you are ready then for peace. But also, you might not be ready to experience it fully, but to be open and willing and hopeful for it, which is a wonderful step in your process, in your breath. So for you, what peace, P-I-E-C-E, is missing for your full experience of peace, P-E-A-C-E? Is that a missing piece? Is it right there in front of you? Right there within you? When you find an object that you think you had lost, or that you could not find because you couldn't remember where it was placed, has it always been where it finally shows up? Well, most of the time, yes. We won't say there's never a state of energetic trickery or mischief shared with you to move an object or somehow hide it from you. That's very, very, very rare to have that experience. So most of the time, when you think you're looking for something that's missing, and you've looked and looked and looked, isn't it something, a joke that people will say, it's the last place you looked? Well, of course, it will always be the last place you look when you find it there, yes. So what if it was there all along? What if you just did not remember or recall its availability, this missing piece of something you wanted in your life? So this is true also for your peace, your inner peace, that you have misplaced it, forgotten where it lives within you, denied it, set it apart so that you could focus on the dramas and the traumas of other life experiences, but it's always with you. Where in your body do you first notice peace? When you are still and you are quiet to discover it. Where did you first notice it? How do you first notice it in the demonstration of your feeling of where on your body it is residing? Where in your face, in your speech, in your action is it residing? Where do you and when will you notice where peace is and how it is with you always? So that is peace in chaos. It is not the opposite of chaos. It is a perception of the truth of where all that chaos is birthed from the one source. So it becomes your interpretation of the chaos that is creating the illusion you are missing a piece of peace. It's all practice. It's very Zen, you might say, in some circles. It's very much mindfulness, as people would say. Be mindful of your state of peace in every moment, and that you are choosing. How are you open for it? How are you closed with it? Where have you misplaced it? Where are you hiding it? Consider that. We have given some supportive instruction with this beauteous vessel to share programs that she has called Peace anytime, anywhere. Now, here is a hint. Don't have to tell her. I say these things. That there's a big reason why we encourage that to be practiced and to be taught through her, because it is a big need. Wow. It's possible to have peace when things in the body and in the physical world of life experiences are not feeling joyful, happy, flowing, peaceful. Yes. So what do you need to do to become fully integrated, if we'll say that word, with all those pieces, so that you are no longer holding yourself separate from, hiding from, or blaming something around you that the piece is being hidden from you? Well, as you might guess, we could speak about this and share ideas about this for hours upon hours, week after week, month after month. But we'll say this, for this day, the point of our sharing is that you recognize you're the one in command of how you will, when you will, allow peace to be received, to be actuated in you, through you, into the world. You can choose, not by demanding, like a spoiled monarch, bring me peace now. Yes. When your body is still, your mind is still, you may experience deeper, more flowing, fluid peace. So practice all those moments you can, that you will choose to do. Because it is through those practicing and accepting that you are able to distinguish the moment where you have fully let go of whatever was between you and peace in your thoughts or in your body, and allowed it to be present. You will start to notice that, and you will start then to notice how you might feel and realize the distinction of, as you are finding it missing, finding it escaping you or not with you. The sooner, in the sense of your own life experience, that you recognize, oh, I don't feel peace right now, guess what? You have the power to let go, to claim your peace. I am peace. I am peaceful. Peace is fulfilled in me. I am peace. So, in order for peace to continue then, do you need to stay quiet and removed from activity or removed from conversation? Of course not. That is why it is practice. That life and individuals and life and circumstances might be what your psychology often calls triggers, is not a bad thing. It is a good thing as you begin to identify and recognize, not to put blame on those things, but to recognize that you have the power in all those moments to choose, to observe it differently, to bless it, to feel released from your hold within the pattern. You've got the power for that. So sometimes it's about having some things removed. Remove the clutter in your physical space. Remove the clutter in your thinking. Remove the clutter in what you are feeding the body. Food in the physical, food in the mind. What are you feeding it? Remove some of those things. Fasting, in other words, has a dynamic spiritual and physical purpose and great results. You think it is just out of some deity being that wanted to control humanity that said on the seventh day, rest? sometimes the interpretations of these things become very much clouded with dogmatic approaches to why that is and how it should be observed, how the rest should be felt. You hear the word should? Yes. That's not our words. So rest from the typical activity of your life. Rest from the things and the foods that you are typically eating. Rest from the things you're reading or observing and watching on your screens and your um, information resources. Have a fast. How long? That's up to you. 1 hour, 3 hours, a day, a week. That's your choice. Notice when you choose a fast, even if it's a very seemingly small uh, segment of time, notice how you feel. The anxiety of the withdrawal from that, for example. And then the peace of not needing that attachment anymore. Maybe you're not going to notice it in a 1 hour fast, but it all is important to consider the idea of it as a symbol to your body and to the universe of your consciousness, that you can be in command of peace. So, will you then be able to look at a circumstance in life which is seemingly full of chaos and unrest and to say, I don't know if I feel it here in the moment, but I proclaim that peace is here. I am peace. And where I am, peace is. Begin to notice how you view the circumstances, how you are playing in those circumstances. It's about being noticed and noticing, observing, and clearly emotionally and mentally detached so that there can be wisdom received and integrated in your wholeness. Practice being what some have called a fair witness. If you have not known of that term or what that would mean, you could explore that if you choose. A fair witness is one who is clearly an observer of what is right in front without assuming any of it, which mostly people do. She looks angry, she is angry, that was very violent. We make assumptions about what it is that is in our field of observation and experience. That's not to make those kinds of interpretations wrong, but suppose you have a practice where you give yourself permission to feel safe, to simply be a fair witness to all things. So how would you describe someone who's you're witnessing having an expression of anger? How would you express that as a fair witness? There's a female body personality that is yelling, making loud noises from her vocal cords. Observing her face, it is somewhat distorted and not relaxed. And just play with some of these ideas so that you know that whenever you're observing things, yes, it's very important that you can make quick evaluations, or in some cases called assumptions, about what you are observing and what you're experiencing. Life moves faster and faster in your worlds, it seems, these days. So we understand that that's practical, to have stored that kind of information where you assume that what you're observing relates to something you already experienced. But what if there are some moments when that's not serving you and it is not freeing you from patterns where you get stuck, where you are not at peace because you have misplaced a piece of your peace. I am peace. I am peaceful. I am the fullness of peace. As I am peace, peace is everywhere I am. So my friends, have a beautiful rest of this day for yourself. Play with these ideas. Do not make them more dogmas. Play with them so that you're not attached to a new hard interpretation of anything, so that you are not stuck in misplaced peace where you are trying hard to find peace. You see? Thank you for your gift of love this day, that I feel that you are love as you are peace. And the green, the gold, and the violet rays of light, where we live forever in the heart of God One. So it is. Namaste. Hello. Sorry. Sometimes my jaws feel like they've had a workout with certain facial vocal expressions. So, well, I know that Daryl will place somehow in our notes, because I don't have access to all of that while I'm doing this work, about what this message is. He'll place notes about the Zoom play shop that we're having the end of this month, and anything else. If you're seeing this and you're not receiving our daily peace messages, please give yourself the treat of checking out, because the voices, so-called voices of the various masters and angels and beings of light, are, to me, so profound. In the days I have to meditate on it in a deeper, deeper, deeper way over and over to hear or receive the fullness of the message. It's so simple and so big at the same time. So I invite you for that. And also, then you would be on our mailing list to get notices of play shops and of other things that are happening, including an announcement coming soon about a small shift in how these Wednesday Wisdoms are going to be put together. And I'll leave it at that for now. I'm still intending with Spirit to offer this on Wednesdays. So, but I've been given some guidance of some things that might shift a little bit of how we offer them, or how would they be newly presented. So that's all I can say. Have fun. Have a beautiful day. And until our next time, thank you. And God, Goddess, all that is, be blessing you.